some reason, you're listening to Hoppothetically. Enjoy. All right, welcome back, Hoppothetically, episode 18. Nick and Fat Nate, and we got a great guest, Peter Wong. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, I'm Peter Wong. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have credits or something, I should say? What do you do? Do you do stuff?
I was on Tosh.0 briefly, so I use that as my credit.
What did you do on Tosh? Oh, and you have that one video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Peter
when
Wong
you say like
from
that, it
YouTube.
feels a little, yeah.
Peter Wong from one video on YouTube. It was a funny video.
Thank you. Yeah.
What did you do on Tosh.0?
They just put that video on there.
Oh, so really you are just that one video?
Yeah. You didn't do Tosh.0. You had a video that went on Tosh.0.
What's happening here? What just changed? This dynamic changed very drastically once we started recording.
Just saying, I was really excited that we had a Tosh.0 guest, and now we have a guy that did a video on Tosh.0 guest, and that's
yeah, that's all I am. I had a sketch. They reached out. They said, "Can we put this on and pay you a tiny bit of money?" And then yeah.
So it was a sketch though. It wasn't just a video of you getting like hurt really bad or like.
Right. It was not. Yeah, I was not the butt of a joke. At least I don't think so. It could be, really like this is the cringiest video anyone's ever made. I have no idea.
No, it was very funny. I remember it was the subway thing, right?
Subway thing, yeah.
About like a guy drawing a guy's ass.
Yes.
And then there is an ass.
There is an ass as well. Yes.
I have not seen the video, but that was really descriptive.
So like I imagine you're like at the other comics where all your like family back home and then your like parents, friends like hear about that you do stand up, and then they look you up, and then that's like the one thing.
that they see. I don't even care if they find it. Because I tried showing after I got on Tosh, I tried showing my mom and my grandpa, and they didn't get it. They weren't even like offended or anything. They just were like so ambivalent about it that like that really discouraged me from ever showing them anything ever again. Right?
Yeah, I showed my
difference.
Yeah, my first set. No, it was my like second or first set ever I did when I was in high school. And I showed my dad the video and he just goes, "Your jokes are sophomoric." I was like, okay.
Dumb word, SAT word.
Yeah.
Describe it.
Hey, would you have gotten this joke? So I'm at my parents' house and my dad was making, are you sighing, Nathan?
Yeah, I am sighing. It's not even that the joke was it's easy to get. It's just not funny.
It's like a perfect joke. So my dad's getting really into making paellas. You know what a paella is?
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently paella is actually what they call those pans that you make the dish in. Like that's a paella. So I was like, oh, that means the dish is the paella's monster because it's like Frankenstein. Oh my God, you're on my dad's team.
Oh yeah,
you think I'm sophomoric? Oh fuck.
Yeah, no, that was freshman Minnick. That's even worse. No, yeah, yeah.
Should we still do the podcast, or what should we do?
We have questions, but I don't. So you know how was that one Nicolas Cage movie about the Declaration of Independence? Wasn't that about like they find some secret message or something on the back of the Declaration of Independence? Am I right about that?
National Treasure?
Yeah, it was National Treasure. No, they just find a picture of a dick.
Oh, okay. So this
just joking, everybody. Just joking.
What if you found out that on the back of the Declaration of Independence, there was just the founding fathers all wrote a pretty racially insensitive screenplay, and you had that said screenplay?
And then
how racially insensitive are we talking?
I'm getting
there.
Give me an example? Because they had slaves, but it was racially insensitive for the time.
Even for the time.
Yeah, for the time.
Wow.
It was like,
can you quote from this so we understand?
I don't have. Yeah. You can. I don't have a copy. I wouldn't. In this situation, I don't have it. Nick does. He could quote some passages from it if he felt so inclined.
But didn't they send the Declaration of Independence to the King of England?
Mm-hmm. They wanted it.
So it's like, yeah. We are seceding, and also, I mean, what do you think about the character development? And he's like, I mean, I don't think this question I don't know where to go.
Joe Rogan will be like, we can't even say whatever. It's just the people. And then you'll have the other side. NPR is like, oh, the founding fathers.
I do like how their voices were distinctly different.
Yeah, you didn't make them say anything. They just tones.
Yeah, here's my impression of NPR. It's just,
That's my only political take.
Yeah,
is that both sides will say something,
and that NPR has a higher voice than Joe Rogan.
What if it says racist stuff that like we're like, wow, that's actually like before the time. Like they point out stereotypes, like
it goes like back around.
They're like, yes, they mentioned slave stealing televisions and stuff. And you're like,
Yeah, they're like
holy
ahead
shit.
of it. They will eventually invent a horseless carriage, and Asians will not thrive. Wow. Like it was so spot on, you like can't even call it ignorance. You know, it's like it's fucked up, but also it's like, how what?
It's just so insightful.
Me and Jamie Wolf talked about like a character once where like, what if a guy who's like really racist, but the stereotypes he's saying are wrong? So he'll be like, oh, I freaking hate black people on the bus. They're always so quiet. And then the guy next to him has to be like, no, that's first of all, that's not the correct stereotype. They're loud. And now you're making me say it.
Yeah, if you just say literally opposite of stereotypes, and then people have to like be like, yeah. I hate how
it's like a checkmate.
Yeah, I hate how women are too good at math. They're like, yeah, me too.
Is there a fetish that you find to be really gross?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what if I was like, no.
Yeah.
No, and I look.
I would say most fetishes I find pretty bad.
What would be like the tamest one that you find gross? Like feet? What do you think about feet?
I feel nothing about feet.
Neither negative nor positive.
Yeah, I feel almost that's its own thing. I'm so neutral on, like, I could sexualize them if I had to, but but I don't.
That's funny because most people, I think there's a lot of people. It's very polarizing. They're really usually for or against.
What's weird is I've known people that have like been in denial about it. I had a friend that was like, "Dude, I am not into feet, but like my girlfriend's feet are so fucking hot." I'm like, "That's you're into feet then? That's what you're like." No, man, I'm not. Like, I don't like it like that.
I honestly think the anti-foot thing, the being like, ooh, feet, I think that's mostly social pressure. I think everyone thinks that they'll be judged for not being repulsed by feet. So everyone acts like they're repulsed by feet.
Yeah.
And like, they're fucking feet. Who cares? All right, actually, if I'm being honest, I love feet.
You're really into feet?
What's a normal fetish? I don't like it when women come. I don't like that kink, you know?
What about it?
I just think it's gross. What if that was I'm sorry. I can't get off if you get off. It just irritates me. I think the face you make is stupid.
You're all happy and I hate that.
I get jealous.
How do you like, are you like, okay, I really enjoy a woman's pleasure. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I do, I guess. But I don't, it's pretty gay. What all women really want is money anyway. You know what it is? You know what I don't? It's when they look at me. I hate that.
I think you're gay. I think that's what you're coming to the conclusion.
And also their disgusting vagina.
Yeah. And their lack of penis.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are into that these days, but
I don't like getting scratched, but it's not like it's because I like find it kind of gross. I just get actually hurt, and that's really distracting from the name of the game.
Yeah. You know, at my age I start developing like skin allergies, and so now if I like get scratched, they turn into like itchy like bumps and stuff.
Oh, I've had to like I wasn't gonna cry, but I had to hold back like a whimper, and it wasn't even the physical scratch. It was that I was going to whimper during sex that just made me so just like, oh, I couldn't show that much weakness.
If you're getting scratched, you have to act like it's fucking dope.
Yeah, you have to be like into it.
Or you ever kiss a girl who's like biting your lip way too hard? Yeah.
One time
I
was making out with my girlfriend, and she sucked on my tongue so hard that, you know, that like webbing on the bottom of your tongue, it like broke.
What? That's awful, dude.
Isn't that horrendous?
Did it hurt?
And it started bleeding. Yeah, and it made a pop.
That's
like
awful.
it was like, and then we both tasted blood.
Okay.
And then we both came so hard. Oh my god!
Can your tongue go out farther now?
No. It healed.
Oh,
it actually healed more. It's even shorter now.
You know when you kiss someone and then your teeth hit together?
Yeah.
I like that.
You like
that? Yeah, I like that one. That one I like when their teeth.
It's like a little electric shock.
I mean, kissing's pretty boring. It's a lot of lips. But what if we had some more teeth? You know?
Let's harden it up.
So remember how that your teeth are so like against hard surfaces, how bad it feels.
Not mine from all the teeth clicking.
Yeah,
Nathan's teeth are calloused.
Yeah, from just ramming my teeth into other people's teeth.
Yeah.
It's not even really a sexual thing.
Have you guys ever gotten like a hand job where then the person like kind of like massages your taint with their other hand, and then the next couple of days you have hemorrhoids? Does that ever happen to you guys?
I've never had hemorrhoids.
Or just poop blood? I mean, it could be hemorrhoids, could have just been
You
the.
asking us?
I'm just going to tell a doctor to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, could you listen to this? Just send them an episode number and a timestamp. It's like, figure it out, man. It's been tough.
Be like, I don't think it's hemorrhoids, but I think you are gay.
My clinical diagnosis is homo.
Yeah. Do you have one?
No. Not
Okay.
really. But I feel like I used to be grossed out by piss, but now now I see piss and it's not so bad anymore.
Now in your older age, you're like, you know what? We're all gonna die one day. Pee in my mouth.
Well, you like as a kid you didn't like spinach, and then now you start getting a taste for it.
Oh, you're saying you acquired a taste for pee?
Acquiring a taste for pee. How did you start that acquisition?
When you started drinking pee, you were like, can somebody add milk or sugar or something? But now what a straight pee. Pee's one of those things. I would do it, but no one wants me to do it, but I would.
You're not seeking it, right? You're just like, if offered, you would.
Yes, but also I am seeking it.
Yeah.
No one will do it.
Pee is not for me. I'm just less grossed out by it now. I do like feet.
Do you think one day you'll get there? You think in like a few years when you're like a little older, a little wiser?
Yeah.
You don't like sweet things as much? You'll just one day pick up a taste for urine?
Not urine, but like I do think like, all right, like for now, I haven't done anything sexual with feet, but I think when I'm 40, I will. I think I'll probably...
On your birthday?
When you're 40.
I think fetishes, they're one of those things that kind of fester.
I agree, yeah. I think it's either you eventually live out your fetish or you shoot everybody.
I think those are the only two ways to...
Yeah. Those guys going into school like, I don't like feet, and then they shoot everybody. It's tragic.
That's the whole manifesto.
Yeah, the whole manifesto is just how he doesn't like feet and he's not gay. Talk about white nationalism? No, not. It's just so straight that he had to kill everyone. I saw a sign today. So like personal trainers. You have to start a small business, but instead of personal trainer, you're a very personal trainer. What's your business?
I guess I would ask about the relationship with their dads.
A lot of
that's first move.
For me, it'd be a lot of breathing right on their. I say the same stuff, but I whisper it right on their neck.
Oh,
you're like a personal space.
Yeah. I break. we don't have. We're so personal. We got personal space. I'm right up on there. I'm right behind them, and I follow them around all the time. It's not.
Yeah.
Just when they don't come in for sessions, I'm just behind them all the time, whispering things in a breathy voice on the back of their neck. Sometimes they can hear me. Sometimes they can't.
They're getting sweaty and they're like, hey, why are you also sweaty? Like, because I'm invested. Or you could like date their daughter.
Yeah. Is that that's personal?
Very personal.
Yeah.
You could, you probably get them to do a couple more pull-ups if you're fucking their daughter.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the punishment for not completing the workout is their daughter gets fucked.
Yeah, you only fuck their daughter when they don't do the work, and then you text them. Yeah, are you sticking to your diet? Because
I might stick it.
We're on our second drink. Yeah. You could also tell them you love them, like the person, not the other. Like when they were in doing their sit-ups, you could say, "I love you," and I think that'd be pretty personal.
And then, do you fall in love with them?
No. Well, and then next class, you tell them you actually don't love them, and it's very personal. It stings.
That works. You could go in their shirt, like behind them, so you're wearing the same shirt. That'd be fun. You wouldn't.
Or you could have them when they start their workout, they take off their shirt, and while they're working out, they turn and see that you are now wearing their shirt. So you have the same smell. That's very personal.
Yeah, and then it starts with that, and then at the end,
is that not personal?
No, I think it is. I think it's pretty personal. What if it started like that, and then each time you saw them, they looked more and more like you, and they were dressing like you and acting like you, and then at the end, they were perfect copy of you.
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
That's not personal.
Well, they would.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be personal when they took your life, like that one show with.
What show with Paul Rudd?
Oh,
I Love You, Man.
No, he made a new Netflix show about him and a clone, and they have to share a life. Yeah. So at the end of the mission, at the end of the thing, no, it's not. I don't think you thought it was Euphoria.
Do you think being personal is copying someone exactly? Is that how you show affection towards your loved ones?
Yeah, that's everyone has a love language. Mine
is it like if they wear glasses, you also wear glasses?
Yeah.
This letter had a real personal touch in that he said exactly what I said.
Get him the same gift. follow them around, try to like copy their gait and voice.
What if every workout session they did, you found a way to cry?
Mm-hmm.
Would that get you guys buff?
Wait, are these
It would
supposed to
get me
make you
buff.
buffer?
Oh, I guess just healthier.
Yeah, because I feel like personal trainers can do they always do working out or do they do other stuff?
You know what actually be a good one? So your personal trainer, your very personal trainer, they have your workout plan and they go, hey, if you don't stick to this workout plan, I'm going to kill myself. And the whole time you're doing sit-ups, they have a gun to their own head.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just telling you how much they love their family and that they don't want to die.
Do they show you pictures of their family?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're all over the
okay.
walls. That's what's everywhere.
So you go
No,
into a
they're
small
zoomed
room.
in.
Yeah.
They're zoomed in. The family's watching. It's
Yeah.
live.
And the family's like, please, please, just one more lap.
That would really turn, like, if you're about to kill yourself like that, what a productive way to spin that.
Yeah, the fact that suicidal people don't do that is selfish. You know, when people say suicide is selfish, that's what they mean. It's that you should have been a personal trainer because you had the tools.
I'm like 100% positive. What you described was like almost an exact scene from like one of the Saw movies. Like I remember the scene. It's just exactly that. So maybe
Personal
Saw
training?
is a very personal.
Sit
He's
up?
just trying to get people in shape, and they keep losing at his weird hell game because they are committed to his very personal training regimen.
If you were hypothetically were to kill yourself, would you do something like extravagant first, or
Like as a way to kill myself, or just have
Just
a big night beforehand?
Yeah.
have a big night, like maybe one like thing you're not allowed to do? You might as well do it because you're gonna kill yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to kill my whole family, so maybe I would do that. You know, just as a little treat to myself.
With a little last meal.
Yeah. What if I didn't? What if I was like, nah, I'd probably turn in early. I got a big day.
Gotta prepare. I would do something probably illegal.
Yeah,
Legal.
Illegal, you know.
I would do something legal. Yeah.
Some legal stuff. File some taxes.
Yeah, I would.
Or
Yeah, I
do
would just get all the
crazy fun.
paperwork done before I killed myself because I know that's going to be a big headache for everybody.
Yeah.
Nathan, would you?
I've never tried.
Would you
I like
kill
Subway.
yourself? Will you please kill yourself?
Would I kill myself? Yeah. I was gonna say it's a thing. I like Subway a lot, but I've never tried Firehouse. I would try a slightly different sandwich shop.
So if
I
we
mean,
ever
I'm
see you,
curious, but
so
I don't.
if we
I've
ever
never
see
had
you-
the motivation.
so if we ever see you at a Firehouse Subs, it's not going.
Things are tough.
It's fucked up in Nathan's world.
Yeah. It was a messy breakup. I lost my job. That's what Firehouse means to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you ever order Jimmy John's, it's just so someone finds your body because they get there freaky fast, so you'd still be warm.
Is that their slogan?
Yeah,
Fast?
freaky fast, right?
I don't know.
Manth, is that right? Is Jimmy John's freaky fast? Manth
Nice.
confirms. Manth is like the Jamie of the show, except that she hates this podcast.
That makes that tracks. So you've been married to a woman for 10 years. Okay. You have a loving family and you would like to maintain that way. And your father and your girlfriend go on a drive and get into a horrible.
I thought I was
car.
married.
You are married. Oh, wife. My bad. I wrote the question wrong. Yeah. You and your wife and your dad go on a long drive, get into a horrible car accident. Your dad doesn't make it. And the only way to save your wife is to replace your wife's hands with your dad's hand. So they did that, and now you have to. What do you do?
There was a way you could have phrased this question without it being so sad. Like this, there was really no reason for this to have that. What if your wife had your dad's hands?
No. That's not the whole. That's not the whole story, though. There's more to this. And
Is
if I just said that, and your dad had been dead, you'd be pretty upset with me. If I was like, dude, your wife has your dad's hands. You're like, oh, that's weird. Where's my dad? He's like, well, and you don't tell him that your dad's dead. That'd be pretty upset. They got to tell him.
I wanted even more detail. I wanted
more detail.
That the dad said, hey, I really cherish our time together. I really, all that stuff. And
Did my
things are
dad
looking
die
great.
on impact or what?
You don't have any of those answers. Only your wife's new hands do. So
Oh, now you're being prudish with the information.
I'm telling you what I know. You have this information. It's very sad.
God.
Do you stay married to your wife?
Well, yeah. I mean,
She has your dad's hands.
As long as she still has her tits and ass.
No. She's gonna come over.
She has your dad's ass now.
No, you're gonna come home. You're gonna come home from a rough
Eat
day.
your dad's ass.
You're going to come home for a rough day. You're going to sit down on the couch. You're going to pour a drink, and your wife's going to come over and put her weird dad hands on your shoulders and try to make you feel more comfortable. And you're going to be disgusted.
It would be weird, and it will take some adjusting. But
it'd also be like sad too, because you're like, this is so weird and unsexy, but also I really miss my dad, and this is the closest thing I have.
I think you guys are really hung up on your dad being dead and not nearly hung
I
up
think
on...
that's a big part of it. I think even if I decided not to stick with my wife in this situation, I would still want to visit her to visit the hands.
Yeah. Can I just talk to the hands for a couple minutes?
Yeah, I'd be like, don't fucking talk. I just want to hold my dad's hand. Have him like pat my head and, you know.
You see, my relationship with my dad is not great. So for me, it's just, I see that and just think,
So
many negative thoughts.
You do fucked up stuff to the hands. You'd be like, yeah, give me a hand job.
Let me come on the hand that used to hit me.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I wouldn't leave her. It'll be awkward. But look, my wife's not just hands. She's also a bunch of holes, and those holes are fine. So, you know.
All right. What if it was your dad's ass, though?
Yeah. What if it was your dad's hands and ass?
No, just the ass.
Oh, just the ass?
Actually, you can pick. Would you want hands or ass? And by the way, it's still your wife's original anus, but it is your dad's butt cheeks.
I'm glad we made that decision.
Can I tell? Like, is it noticeable?
Yeah, man.
I guess that's a personal. Do you think your girlfriend's ass looks like your dad's ass?
I don't.
Is that why you picked her?
If the doctors.
She's got my dad's sense of humor.
There's something special about her. I can't put my finger on it, but something almost familiar.
Yeah, I would much rather the hands than it be my dad's ass, because you do so much stuff with the ass, you know.
You like hold their hands and shit. You like do things. Oh, like romantics. The hands are romantic, much more romantic than the asses. I feel like you're using the hands more to do, and I don't think I could get past our dad used to cut like sheet metal, so he has these
calloused,
really calloused like sheet metal cutting hands.
But do you think you can imagine yourself coming while looking at your dad's ass? Can you do that?
Nathan, can you do it?
I don't think I.
Nathan, answer the question.
No matter what, I think
Please?
no matter what, I'm leaving. I think no matter what, I'm leaving them.
So you would pick ass and then leave.
Yeah, so that it would be hard for them to meet other. Yeah, it'd be petty and spiteful. But it's gonna be a messy divorce, and I gotta start off strong, you know.
Well, if a woman has some other person's ass that I don't know, if it's another man's ass, I don't think that bothers me that much.
What if I told you it was my dad's ass?
Yeah. What if your wife had my dad's ass?
Yeah. I was like, Peter, I hate to break it to you, but I saw your girlfriend's ass, and it's my dad's ass. It was unmistakable.
I think you say that until you see an adult 50-year-old man's ass, and I think you would.
My dad's almost 60.
Why?
60.
I say you're like, because it's hairy. You're saying, or
it's
saggy,
hairy, and it's like, I mean, no 60-year-old's ass is that.
I remember
like,
seeing
it's not going great.
I remember seeing this art installation or whatever. It was a big old portrait, and it was zoomed in really close of the anus, and then it was like the cheeks here. And I think part of the commentary of they were saying was like, well, it's gross, but you also can't tell like if it's a man or a woman, and you get this like conflicting feeling when seeing it.
Are you just describing the YouTube video you made?
Everything I say ties back to my videos. Okay.
By the way, if you like that picture of this ass, you should check it out. Peter Wong on YouTube.
But asses are pretty unisex in many ways, except for the hair.
Yeah, the hair.
No, I think I have big man poops, and you could differentiate them in a lineup
just by looking at the ass. You'd be like, that guy's butt.
No, I think you could, from my poops, you could tell that it came from a man.
But we're not talking.
I don't think they take the poops. I think they just take the ass.
Are you sure that men poops are different from women poops?
I'm saying my poops are different from women poops.
You compared? What's your reference?
My girlfriend. You
know, it's funny because my prejudice does say that women's poops are smaller, but that might be just an ignorant thing to say.
Yeah, that's fucked up that you just said that.
Yeah, we're not that kind of podcast, dude.
I wish I had known you had these problematic beliefs before I asked you to do the podcast.
It's weird. You never really get to see women's feces.
I had an old roommate who didn't flush after diarrhea one time, and I gotta say it was just regular diarrhea. It was kind of a beautiful learning experience for me. It's like that's like the diarrhea that I have.
Well, yeah, what you saw was art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a roommate who like after like she finished the bathroom, there was like she flushed, and then there was still cabbage left in the toilet, and I remember feeling like really grossed out by it. She was hot. She had like a fat ass, but that
Because
right
it was
after
full
that,
of because it was full of poop.
that'd be great if every woman with a fat ass that's just shit
It's just full of
collecting
poop.
collecting in her cheeks.
That's what that means.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, that would be an objectively better world than the one we live in. That would just be so funny.
Wait,
But if we were still sexually attracted to asses in the same way, but we all knew in the back of our heads, it's like, I mean, that's just a poop balloon.
yeah, but I'd be
Yeah.
worried that if I like hit their ass too hard, that it would
Yeah,
come out
In
everywhere.
this world, that's true. In this world, that is what would happen. Like, if
Yeah, you have
hit
to
it too
worry
hard,
about
you
that a
risk-
lot. Yeah.
It's like if
Like-
someone pushes on your belly when you have diarrhea.
Ass men are just much more confident men now. Really willing to
Yeah.
take risks for their sex lives. Damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
They do not wear white shirts out because they might get diarrhea. Our podcast is so disgusting. What if it turns out thick thighs don't actually save lives, and it's
What is this?
a big conspiracy by big women. You know, big women.
Wait, so only question. Do I only know about this, or is this like an open?
Yeah, you just found out it's a conspiracy and you pieced it together. And by the way, there is an organization, it's international, and it's called Big Women.
Wait,
mean,
so
like-
okay,
You
like
just
Big
have to go
Pharma.
you have to go to the press. That's like step one is you have to go to the press. I don't know how, because I don't know any media, but I assume step one is you go to the press. Do I have like proof, or am I
sorry
just
if I'm not. Oops. Sorry if I'm not yes-anding. You know, I need a couple of things to be filled in first.
Yeah. What are your follow-up questions?
Does thick thighs save lives mean more than what I thought it meant? I thought it just meant thick thighs. You should just have sex with girls with big thighs.
yeah.
Yeah, because you'll
Is there
die if you don't.
hot?
Yeah, it will kill you.
Okay. Now I'm understanding
That's what big thighs wants you to believe.
No, it's what big women want you to
Big
believe.
women want you to
Big women.
believe.
Which
Wait,
is an
this-
organization, not a
wait.
description of a particular person.
Yeah, I was gonna ask: is it just a group of large women, or is it like big, as in like big pharma? Like it's
It's
a
like
large
big
company,
pharma.
or okay? Are
But
they also
but if
large
you,
women?
I'm not saying that, but that's what I heard.
Oh, it's women of regular size.
That's what they would say.
I don't think that's what he's getting at. I think they're big women who are also in. There's a lot of them, big women in both contexts.
So okay, I still need more clarification. in
Sure,
this one. Okay, so the
If
the
you end
original-
if you end on going to the media like I just said, I'm gonna be so mad about all these questions. You better have a fucking unique answer at the end of this fucking journey.
you're going. So let me get this straight. In this world, all right. Thick thighs save lives, and now there's a conspiracy that was actually a conspiracy.
You
Thick
have
thighs save
uncovered
lives.
they don't save lives.
They don't save.
They're like
lives.
a sugar pill, you know. People are just burying their face in these thighs until they die, and their insurance premiums get all jacked up and you know what I mean.
Wait,
So
so, is this an
in this
insurance
world-
scandal?
What?
Who is
In
making
this world-
how are the big ladies making money off this?
Big
in
women.
the
Big
original
women.
world, the original lie that's been perpetrated
Mhm.
is that if you get sat on by a woman with big thighs,
Thick thighs.
Sorry, you'll get a disease can't cured or something like that, right?
You
Heart
won't
disease.
die.
You won't die from
You
heart
won't
disease.
die. You
Heart
won't die
disease.
from heart disease,
Heart disease. Yeah.
right? And then it's that's a well-known thing, and then it turns out
Yeah.
that that's not true, and now I know this.
And you uncovered it.
Yeah.
First thing I would do is go
They
to the
said it would
media.
help with vascular.
God damn it!
That was my idea, and I didn't need any questions.
I would do an Instagram video probably that
You
would
would do
get
an
probably
Inst-
20 views.
Oh my god!
You'd be this crackpot.
Yeah, I didn't. All this stuff, like I watch like these shows and like they, like they uncover something and then they go to like the New York Times and they tell them stuff and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm so far removed from knowing that that's a process. To me, if I ever found something, I would just try to put it on my Instagram and
Oh yeah, I would
it
want to get
would
famous
flop.
You
myself.
would
Yeah.
just try to get famous. What about all these people with cardiovascular disease?
Well, they're
You're just
they're gonna have that.
You're not
I
going to
just-
help them. You're not going to go them. You can even if you
If
couldn't
I
get
get
to the
famous,
media.
this will help them.
No, if you get famous, you'll make money. You should be going door to door, just any way you can. Try to get the message out.
Why
You
not
shouldn't be
both?
trying to profit.
Yeah,
off
he
the
would put the-
disparity of these.
He'd put the video up, and then in the like where it like recommends the next video, it's the like ass on the train thing. You know what does save lives is laughter. I hope you like this next clip.
Go to
I'd be afraid
family
of looking like a men's right guy, you know? A
You
men's
would
rights kind
you
of
would
guy.
be they would be on your team. They would start, you would start with being like, yeah, dude, thick thighs does not like help this. And then they'd be like, yeah, we agree. And also women shouldn't have right. And you would have to kind of argue in amongst those groups before you could ever get anywhere. Probably wouldn't get past that stage.
Or I'll just absorb it until later. I'll just be like, yeah, that too. And
When you posted your video about the thick thighs, the CDC would put like that warrant or that correction thing that's like, according to the CDC, thick thighs do save lives. The consensus is, you would be sort of a red pill guy. You'd be in the pipeline.
I mean, if you were lucky, you'd get on like Joe Rogan.
I think in this world now, you could probably just keep saying thick thighs don't save lives, and I bet you end up on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and I bet Joe Rogan would be like, "Oh, you got thick thighs, you know, you got thick thighs, you know."
And then NPR would be like, "Yeah, thick thighs. Yeah, they're so thick and helpful."
Oh man. Do you guys show your dick and balls to your friends?
I have.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No, I've just done taint. No, I've sent a dick pic.
What?
You showed your taint? That
is more involved.
Okay. In my defense,
so intimate.
In my defense, it was a it was a defense.
It was artful.
They had sent me a tape.
They had a really pretty filter.
No. It was a I wasn't the first one to shoot.
Oh yes.
You were just defending yourself.
Yeah, it was a self-defense tape picture. I waited for they sent me a taint, and then I wasn't.
Stand your ground taint.
Yeah, and the worst part was after I sent the taint picture, they like didn't believe it was my taint
because it was too nice.
I don't know. It was just like that doesn't
taint.
Yeah, that's not any. That's not any kind of. He didn't believe it was a taint at all. I was like, no, dude, that was my. And I had to get more scoped out, and I had to get the person who took the picture.
You got trapped.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so funny if I would definitely do that now that I've heard this. If someone sends me their taint, I'm just going to insist it's not their taint. It's like, dude, there is no way that's your taint. I've known you for 4 years. That is not your taint. You wish you had that taint.
What a stance.
Well,
dude,
shit,
you get defensive and you send more taint pictures from different angles and farther out so they can see more of you as some kind of evidence. You can start accumulating witnesses so that I got my girlfriend to take the picture. So that
How many taint pictures did you send?
A few. Yeah, no, this is totally true. I sent a few taint pictures.
Did you hold a newspaper up to your taint so they knew it was?
I didn't do the newspaper.
It was fresh.
But the worst part was I didn't do it from my phone. I did it from her phone. So she was scrolling through her through her like Snapchat memories.
You're a cool girlfriend, man.
Yeah, I just had like 10 taint pictures. It was
wow.
Yeah, she did not love that.
Dude, I wish I had a girlfriend like that.
That would help.
It would take pictures of your taint.
Yeah, I'm being sincere. Like, I think one of the measures of the quality or worth of a woman
is how good they can take the picture of a taint. If it was a sloppy shot,
is whether or not you can even bring forth an idea like that, and then they either they're like, first of all, how offended they get and how much they'll participate in it. Sounds like she freaking went all the way, and that's.
I mean, like in my defense,
and that she used her phone too.
Yeah, that was really.
You had your taint out, and she's like, "All right, where's your phone?" And you're like, "Ooh, actually."
In my defense, he had sent our friend had sent both of us the taint picture, and we both needed to retaliate.
Okay,
did she send taint as well?
No, it was just I took the fall as the
wait,
good boyfriend and sent the.
You had a close friend send his taint to your.
I sent my taint to him.
No, but to begin this exchange,
yeah,
this man sent his taint to you and your girlfriend.
Okay, in his defense, he sent the tape picture to about 15 to 20 people in a large group.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't like an individual thing. Yeah, so he sent a bunch of people this taint, and me and my girlfriend retaliated.
I was thinking he just sent it to her and was like, "By the way, do you have Nathan's number? I gotta tell him something."
That's unrelated to the taint pic. Yeah.
I have a question for Nathan.
Wow.
I mean, it was
okay.
Because
I have a group chat, and we do it less now, but it was like constant at some point, dick and balls, and we loved showing it to each other in person, like. Especially if no one wanted to see it.
Sure.
That was the best time.
You're just buddies or what was
buddies,
just buddies
that's all.
That would show it. Okay. No, that same guy that I was friends with used to just send everybody in this group chat, he would send pictures of him like he had just shaved his face and he was like naked and he was doing one of these where he could like, it was going down on him, and then behind him was a mirror.
I got
like,
one of those.
Yeah, it was like, just shave my face, boys, and then you'd see his ass, and he was goading, so his dick and balls were also tucked under him. So
and everyone laughed, right?
Yeah,
that is a classic one.
Yeah.
The closest thing I did, I had a group chat with some college friends, and you were there, and I was like visiting my campus and just taking a bunch of like pictures of old buildings we used to hang out in and like talking about memories. And then the last picture was just my ass. It was like, remember this, boys?
Oh, that's good.
I still feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what was the original question again?
Do you show your dick and balls to your friends?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've shown my ass. I've never shown dick and balls to my friends.
Well, I know I've told some people that I do, and then they kind of look at me like I'm really, really weird. And I thought it was more common than that.
Well,
And
there was like one time where I was sexting somebody, and their name happened to be like the same first letter as a good friend of mine.
No.
Yeah, and he wasn't into it. I remember I texted him.
And then he became an even better friend.
We got really close after that. No, I remember I was on the phone, and we were like sending each other like Snapchats back and forth. And I was like, get ready for this one. And then I sent it. And then I went, oh my God, no. And I hung up the phone immediately on the person I was talking to. And then I had to immediately call my friend. And he told me, he was like, if you hadn't called me right now, I would have never talked to you again. It wasn't like
crazy. That there's people that get that upset.
No, dude, it wasn't like a regular. No, dude, it wasn't like a regular. It was like a sensual. Like,
you said it was a video, right?
Yeah, it was a video. It wasn't. It was like a video of me like jerking it off. Like, no, dude, it wasn't.
Oh, dude,
it wasn't like a funny like. Ooh,
that's even funnier.
It was like. Oh,
how
wow.
long was the video?
Whatever 5,
like however long it took.
Yeah, no, the longest it could physically have been. It was,
dude.
like,
if you're gonna send yourself just stroking your dick, you should do a boomerang. Like that's obviously the move.
I didn't think about it. It was just,
now, was a stroke really slow, or was
it wasn't quick. It was a slow stroke.
Because that's sensual. If you'd send her really fast, you just like you'd be like, oh my God.
It was a pretty slow stroke. It wasn't ideal.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see. You know what?
Yeah, you wouldn't talk. You like to think you'd be the bigger man, and you wouldn't. If your friend, without any contents, sent you a picture of them slowly stroking their dick, and you can hear their breathing in the Snapchat, you'd be like, no, I can't look at them anymore. As long as he
called me and told me that he didn't mean to send it to me.
Yeah, but if he had meant like if he's like, oh, this will be really funny. Yeah, and then if he had meant it.
No,
like,
I wouldn't like
really
that. So I get a video of a guy jerking off and then an immediate call. I would be like, okay, so did you finish and then call, or did you just stop and you're full of cum right now? And as soon as we get off the phone, you're gonna go finish.
I would as long as, all right, in the scenario where he sent it to me on purpose.
Yeah.
If I would be like, dude, that's gross, but I would think overall that's kind of funny.
Oh, it's so funny. I appreciate when people think that kind of stuff is. I don't have the I mean, I guess balls to like show people my balls as a joke.
Yeah.
But I do think it is funny when it happens.
Okay.
High school, I still remember this guy was like, you want a piece of gum? And I looked down and it's just his balls. I was like, that's so funny. It's better than anything I've written.
In high school, there was one time where my high school uploaded a video on YouTube of some little like dance that they did, and then I uploaded a video of my balls and made it the same title.
That's so funny. Dude, I don't know why we're putting all this effort into making a podcast. It should just be videos of people's balls. We'll have different guests every week. No, I think what I would do if someone sent me a picture of them jerking off their dick accidentally, I would do what I said earlier. I'd be like, bullshit, that's not your dick. Send me your real dick. Fuck you, that's your dick.
I thought about just committing to it and doing a bit. Do you think you would have been more or less upset if after they sent it to you, if they called you and instead of apologizing, they were just like, do you have any critiques? Like, how did you rate it? Do you think that would have made it better or worse?
You know what? Actually,
worse.
I think if I got a video of someone masturbating and then they immediately called me, I would not assume they were about to apologize. I would assume they were about to come. And I would be like, you know what? I think this is I'm going to screen this one. I'll maybe listen to the voicemail.
you were at a party and you got bit by Danny DeVito.
Mhm.
And now every full moon, you become a rabid Danny DeVito. And you notice that you are slowly becoming less like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. You're slowly becoming more and more of
Like
this
Danny
rabid
DeVito.
Danny DeVito. What now? What do you do?
Danny
What's your game
DeVito's
plan?
starting to take over.
Yeah, like no, you're becoming a different, separate, rabid Danny DeVito.
Every full moon, I am Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
more or
you
less.
become Danny
But
DeVito,
like
but you know that you're
a
each
rabid
time.
version?
Yeah, rabid, and each time you come back, you're a little less of yourself and you're more of him.
Oh,
I mean,
so eventually I'll permanently become Danny DeVito.
yeah. You don't know how long it will take, but one day.
I mean, I think you just
won't
enjoy
come
the
back.
ride.
You just
Yeah.
enjoy slowly becoming Danny DeVito.
Dude, that's all I would talk about. Every time I met a new person, I'd be like, hey, I'm Nick. I'm slowly becoming Danny DeVito.
I would be really sad. I would tell all my family goodbye, and then the transformation will be slow.
And then you'd tell them hello, but you'd be Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I mean,
What
You
if
could try
everyone
with your-
liked you way better as your
As
new
did-
Danny DeVito
yeah.
self?
Yeah,
oh,
but like you're kind of foamy at the mouth because you're rabid. Don't
that
forget
would
about that
break my
part.
heart.
If they liked rabid Danny DeVito more,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you think, do you think
If
your stand-up would be better if you were a rabid Danny DeVito?
I hope not. That would be a real it would show that everything I've been working on has been a complete waste of time. I should have just been being Danny DeVito.
Yeah, every full moon you just have a few killer sets as Danny DeVito, and then you come to and you're like, fuck.
What happens to my Asian bits?
He still does them.
They work better.
Yeah, it works really, really well. They crush.
Yeah, it turns out before
Yeah.
people were like, all right, a little on the nose. But now that you're Danny DeVito, there's a weird sort of irony to it.
But wait, so you wouldn't kill yourself? You would just live it. You would just keep going, but just be sad about it?
I mean, I
don't
think I would
have the
obviously-
balls to kill myself.
Yeah, but Danny DeVito does.
Rabid Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously, I would have to find Danny DeVito. I mean, he clearly has the answers. If I got this from a Danny DeVito bite,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you might be like, oh, finally, the curse
Is
has
it-
been passed on.
Is
I
it
can
bad?
read.
Is it bad that my first thought was if I got bit and I became Danny DeVito, that I should wait until I become rabid Danny DeVito and then bite all my family so that they join
that's
me?
one. No, I think what I would do, I would try to, before I fully turn to Danny DeVito, I would kill Danny DeVito. So then I could assume his life. Because you don't want to be like the other Danny DeVito. You don't want to be like the worst Danny DeVito. I just want to be Danny DeVito. If I'm gonna be Danny DeVito, I'm Danny DeVito.
Are you automatically his age, or do you? So you
No,
only
you're
so many years?
have you ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
Oh, you're around that age.
That's
Okay.
Danny DeVito's age.
No, Danny DeVito's like, I mean, they make him look younger. He's like has gray hair and he looks pretty old in real life. In the show, they make him look a little
They
younger.
do?
I don't know about
Okay.
now, but I'm saying like 5 or 10 years ago with makeup. But
I'm
you're pretty.
what- that's so specific. I'm Danny DeVito, and I'm rabid,
Rabid.
and I'm 5 years younger than
5 to 10.
actual.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you're pretty oily. I don't know if you guys imagine rabid.
So I am
imagine
older
rabid.
than I am now. I do
Yeah,
lose
you're
some
pretty
years of
old.
my
Yeah.
life.
Mhm.
But you are not quite Danny DeVito's age.
No, but you also remember that you're still your age. You just look like a rabid Danny DeVito. So you'll
That was my
live
question.
as long as you'll live as long as you live. It'll be a different life, but
Yeah.
you'll live a long time.
That I've made clear.
Mhm. Maybe longer. We don't really know. Danny DeVito hasn't died yet, so
Mm.
going to him with questions may be helpful because I don't have the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I would go
Yeah.
to him, ask questions, and depending on how he answered them, that would determine if I kill him.
Yeah.
Question
What
is,
if
how do you get to him?
Yeah. What if he
Like a
told
YouTube
you a
video?
sob?
Well, I would wait till I look enough like Danny DeVito, where I'm just like, "Where do I live?" And they're like, "Oh, Mr. DeVito, let me drive you."
What if you found out that they are not the first Danny DeVito?
Oh, that the original Danny
Yeah,
DeVito
it'd be a
died in
bit-
like 1840.
Yeah, and they were a
It's just been going for.
generations of Danny
It
DeVitos.
turns out the first Danny DeVito was like Abraham Lincoln or something, and they just
Yeah.
threw him wrong. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry.
They were once a beautiful woman with a wife and a family, and they lived in an orchard, and
it
then
was
they
like a
lost
game of-
it all. And
What is
she
your
got
question?
bit. What would you do?
If the Danny DeVito I came across
Yeah.
wasn't the first Danny DeVito?
Mhm.
Oh,
And
then I
she had
would
a really-
definitely kill him. Because then
You
it's like
wouldn't
the
even-
prestige. It's like him or me, but we can't both be Danny DeVito apparently.
I think
the-
that Danny DeVito expects you to kill him and wants you to kill him. That's part of the
Yeah, they know-
continuing
they-
of the.
They know
They killed
what's
Danny DeVito to be
yeah,
the
but
Danny DeVito
they're
that
trying
they
to
are.
end
Yeah.
the cycle of Danny
The circle
DeVito
of
violence.
DeVito.
Yeah, they're trying to end the cycle, and the only way to do it is to not kill the previous Danny DeVito and take over their
The circle
wealth.
DeVito.
Yeah,
That's impossible.
you
It is
have to
That's
do it.
impossible.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
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 And then how long do you wait before you bite another person to make them the next generation?
I think you
of Danny
feel it.
DeVito?
I think
You
one thing
know
about
when the time's right.
yeah, I think one of the key things about Danny DeVito and why he's so good and It's Always Sunny is because he's accepted his destiny
Yeah.
and that he's
Yeah.
only going to be alive for a couple years before he gets eaten by the next. By the way, you have to eat Danny DeVito before he gets eaten by the next Danny DeVito. That's why he's so oily, so he goes down easy.
Wait, so you're staying oily so that the next Danny DeVito can eat you good?
Mm-hmm.
That's really kind of you.
Would you rather you have no sense of hearing unless your mouth is all the way open? So the only way you can hear is if you're like, or every time, you know how like, oh, you guys might not know that if you don't have a dog, sometimes submissive dogs, when they pass another dog, will lie down until the other dog passes them completely. So it's either can only hear with your mouth, or every time a man who seems to be more powerful than you passes, you have to lie down on the sidewalk until he's completely past you.
Oh my god.
Which would you pick?
Both of them would like good
Both.
chances of pussy.
The second choice was that you'd have to live in a rural area. Like cities would be.
Yeah, but the thing about rural areas is there's so many tough men there.
Yeah, but they're not crossing you. Wait, how far? If I can see them,
If you can smell them. No. Yeah, see them. If you can do.
okay. So like I just close my eyes and just be a blind person.
No, but if you're like aware of their presence.
I think I've decided. I'll open my mouth. It'll be
People would-
annoying.
you say that, you'll try to hear things and people will be putting things in your mouth. Because if I saw someone with their mouth completely open, my first thought is, how many things can I put in it before they stop me? I'd wait.
I might learn sign language.
You could do that. I would wait for you to have an important meeting where you had to listen the whole time. You would open your mouth.
I guess you could just like be a deaf person if you didn't want to do this.
No, that's cheating. No cheating. Play fair.
I mean, it sounds like I'm going through a lot of trouble to learn sign language.
Nathan, what would you do?
The laying one?
You have to lie down on the sidewalk. You're walking with your girlfriend, and then fucking Nicky Downtown walks by, and you're like, "Oh no, it's my big brother Nick. He's gonna fuck me up. I gotta lie on the ground."
Wait, is it when I'm worried or that they like literally could?
It's just if you think they could.
Okay. So, but what if you think, like, for instance, you think you can beat me up? I don't think you can beat me up. Do I still have to lie down? Would you get mad at me if I didn't lie down and you would force me to lie down?
Well, if I can force you to lie down, then I can beat you up.
That does pose a good question because in this world now, people know that you have.
Yeah.
This
So then
affliction,
people would
and
be
so
upset
they feel
with
a certain
you.
way.
Yeah, I would then be sharing with every person that I met if I think they could beat me in a fight all the time. And then what if there was a really bitchy guy that I lay down for, and everyone's like, "Dude, I have to take that guy." Really?
They're like, "Nathan, stand up," and you're like,
"Yeah." Would I have to deal with that? I still think I don't like things in my mouth, and I think the other thing people are putting.
"Oh,
all
dude,
the
if you're
shits in
lying
their
down
mouth.
on the ground because bigger men are passing you, they'd put shit in your mouth. You'd be on the ground, they'd be like, 'Hey, bitch, open your mouth.' You'd be like, 'Okay.'"
Wait, so one is the worst of both, and the other is just the mouth. Fine, mouth thing.
Oh,
You win.
Well,
what would you pick?
maybe I would pick that one, but I would carry a gun, so I'd be pretty confident.
Mm.
What if the rules were really specific? Like guns, you would still do it because you couldn't beat them in like a specific type of fist fight.
Yeah, I would be lying on the ground, but I'd be like, "Just so you know, I do have a gun." So though I am on the ground, I do not concede that I would lose in this fight.
It'd be like I assume it'd be like a knee jerk, right? It wouldn't be something that you psychologically.
Yeah, I actually do think I would pick the lying on the ground thing. I would just try to like take Ubers and stuff.
What's worse, lying on the ground in front of them or having to bend over in front of them?
Bend over like
Like-
how? Like show them your
like-
butt?
Yeah, like
bend,
you're presenting.
present.
No, I think
think-
that's a power move. Dude, if I was trying to big dick somebody, I would present my ass.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Your move."
At some point, someone would try to have sex with you, though.
Then
Like,
it's
that would
my
have to
move.
happen.
Okay, so yeah, my answer is that I would do the submission thing, but I would will myself gay as an act of dominance.
That's good.
I guess that's how we're ending the podcast. Okay, hypothetically, episode 18. Peter, thanks for joining us.
Woo.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Do you have anything to plug?
Watch my YouTube channel, Peter Wong.
Oh yeah, if
Comedy.
you like ass, watch Peter Wong on YouTube.
Mhm.
No, it's very
Nothing
funny.
but asses.
It's just asses. Not comedy at all. It's just asses. The comedy is to drive traffic to the asses. All right, episode 18. Thanks everybody.